Have you ever wondered why so many people seem to lose at slots? Obviously, these games are designed to make the house money, and if you play them long enough over time, ultimately you're going to come out on the losing end. But maybe you've been playing for years and you've never got a jackpot, or you go to the casino quite frequently and you're just wondering why you seem to not have much success. Well, all is not lost. There's actually 5 main reasons why most people seem to fail every time they go to the casino. My name is Brantley. I'm a licensed slot technician. I've been working for years inside of the industry and closely with a lot of game developers. In today's compilation video, we're going to be going over some of our core foundational 5 main reasons why people lose at slots and what you can do to lessen that the next time that you go to play. But for each of these 5 foundational core reasons that we're going to be going over today, we're also going to include an episode that correlates to that so that you can see it in action. If this is your first time here, be sure to hit that subscribe button. It's free to do and it's the same thing as following. Be sure to also hit that like button and check out the video library for more tips and advice that is given based on factual and technical information working with slot machines. So let's get started, and feel free to take notes. Here are our 5 foundational reasons why people lose at slots and an episode to back those up.
In all my years of working for the casino, I would see countless people come in, lose, and leave very upset. Or they would come up to me and they would say something like, "I never seem to win." And after watching a lot of these people play, they all made 5 really common mistakes. So hopefully in this video today, I'm going to go over those 5 mistakes with you so that you don't make the same. Mistake number 1, not picking the right machines. Now, we have done several videos on this, and it's always in all of our tip videos, but it's number 1 for a reason. And that is because most people seem to think that all slot machines are equal or have an equal chance. And the answer is no, they don't. Now, before you go blaming the casino, you should know that this is not a setting, and it is 100% a myth that the casino is going to place better machines in certain areas on the floor. We're simply talking about how the game is designed. There are many slot titles out there that are designed to be high risk, high reward, and high volatility. What this means is that those specific games are designed to be harder to hit on. They're going to have a lot more dead spins, and the bonuses are not going to be as rewarding. The reward to these games is that when it does finally hit, it's normally pretty big, but majority of the time, those machines are going to be a dud. If this is the style game that you like to play, it's probably the leading reason why you're not winning as much at the casino or not as often. So start walking the casino floor and really looking around at all of the machines before you just sit down at any old slot machine. Be sure to implement this tip with all of the other practices and watch this video till the very end.
So you walk into a casino and you happen to see a couple new games that look kind of cool that you would like to play, but you've never played them before, or maybe you're new to the casino and you're trying to figure out what slot machine is best for you. In today's video, that's exactly what we're going to be going over: how to pick a slot machine that is right for you and your situation, and what should you do when you approach a slot machine that you're not familiar with. And we're also going to be discussing a little bit about what volatility means and how you can tell what the volatility of a slot machine is on any device, regardless. So how do you pick a slot machine that you're not familiar with? Let's get started with that in today's video. Hey guys, if you're new here, my name is Brantley. I'm a slot technician. I've been in the casino industry a very long time, working very closely with game makers and game developers as well. And on this channel, I'm here to give you guys tips, reviews, and advice on how you can better your experience in the casino, pick better machines, and so much more. Please do check out the video library. Be sure to subscribe to the channel, hit that like button, and hit that bell to stay notified for when the next video comes out. So throughout today's video, I'm going to be giving you guys a lot of different tips about the exact process of what you should do whenever you approach any slot machine that you're not familiar with. We're going to be putting up a lot of tips and visuals on the screen today to help you guys out. All right guys, so let's dive in and let's start with step number 1. And in this video today, I'm actually going to be going over a game that I have never played before. I have never even looked at the game rules. I know nothing about it. So this is exactly how you should approach any slot machine that you are not familiar with. First things first, step 1, of course, you want to look over the machine. All right, so the first things first, when you walk up to the machine, you're going to notice, give it a good once over, give it a good look over. So we're looking at the game here. I don't see any jackpots or any progressives or anything like that on the game, but there are 3 different bonuses and also a win what you see up at the top there. That's going to tell you a little bit about the volatility, but big tip number 1 about volatility is that it always goes in tandem with your budget. So an easy thing to remember is whatever your budget is and your bet amount, the bigger that gap is between that high-end award, that is going to tell you a lot about the volatility. So if a game happens to have something like a grand jackpot, and it's like let's look at Megabucks, for example, a grand jackpot that has like a $15 million progressive prize, and you're betting $3, that's a big gap between $3 and 15 million. So looking at this one, I don't see any grand jackpot on it. I don't see any big progressives, which means it tells me right off the bat that chances are most of the pays are gonna be in the line hits. So we've also got the 3 different type of bonuses on here as well. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna say, you know what? I'm gonna sit down, and next up, I'm gonna look over my bet options. So step number 2 is gonna be look over your bet options. Now again, it always goes in tandem with your budget. Put your budget as priority number 1. So my budget that I have with me, I have $500 here. That's my budget. I wanna look over some bet options and see what's the max bet, what's the minimum, stuff like that. And then we're gonna also look in the game rules. So we've got multi-denom here. You can change the denomination by pushing that change button in the corner. Let's look at 1 cent first. 1 cent goes up to $5 a spin. Okay, $5, that's 1% of my bankroll. So I know that I could play this game with up to max bet on pennies. You want to try to stick around, especially if you're trying to bankroll build or budget build, around 1% of what you're going to play or your overall budget. So since we have $500, we want to stick around that $5 point. So $5 is going to be max on pennies. Let's look at 10 cent now. Let's go to the opposite end of the spectrum, 50 bucks. Obviously 50 bucks is gonna be a lot. And guys, this is another really important tip, especially if you're not familiar with slots or you might be new. Always make sure to check your denomination and your bet level before you hit that spin button. Actually, last night I was sitting next to someone who came up to a Dragon Cash machine, wasn't paying attention to the denomination or the bet level, accidentally hit the spin button and bet $250 a spin without even realizing it. So before you hit that spin button, make sure to double check your denomination and your bet amount. It can get kind of confusing on a lot of these newer games. So also, still looking at 10 cent, I see that there is a $5 option on minimum bet for 10 cent. Now this is gonna kind of play a crucial, critical role here. So we can do $5 max on penny or $5 minimum on 10 cent. Now let's move on to step number 3, and that is checking those game rules. So step number 3, check your game rules. And this is gonna have a lot to do with the bet amounts as well that we were just going over. So pretty simple pay table. The simpler the pay table, the simpler these game rules are, typically the more rewarding the game can be, or, you know, less variance in the game. So pretty simple pay table there. It looks like the jacks, queens, and 10s all pay the same. Aces and kings pay the same. And that's gonna be our highest symbol, that little Taj Mahal looking thing. I don't know what it's called. But what we're gonna do, now this can be a giant word salad, but we're looking for a couple of key important points here. So what I'm looking for when I'm looking over this is if there's any advantage to betting a higher multiplier, or if there's any advantage to betting a higher denom, because that's gonna play into step number 2. Should we play minimum 10 cent or should we play maximum pennies? So that's kind of what I'm looking for right here. I'm not seeing anything right off the top that would indicate that it would be any better, but we're gonna go to the next screen. What you see is what you get. Okay, that's that. All right. Here's another important thing to point out, especially for you new slot players out there. Right here, quick stop behavior. Guys, this is on almost every single game. Pressing the play button when the reels are spinning may cause the reels to stop immediately. A player cannot influence the result of the game by stopping the reels. You cannot influence the game by quick stopping the reels. It's right there in the game rules. Pretty simple, straightforward game rules. So let's see. The odds of triggering the big dollar bonus may vary with a changed bet. Different reels are used by bet levels. Let's see, only highest winner paid. That's pretty normal. So there's no verbiage in here. That's a little, let's see. Award probability may vary when a change of wager results in a new game. Other than that, there's no big difference to playing on this game a bigger denom or a bigger multiplier. On some games there are. a good example of this would be a game like Piggy Bankin' or Lock It Link or anything like that. Dragon Link is another one. The higher your bet multiplier, the better your chances are of getting something like that big pig or words to drop in a like on the Dragon Link. But on this particular game, there's no big difference. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna put our $500 in here and we're gonna try it on a little bit of both. But the most important thing is with this particular game that I've realized is, okay, volatility's not too high on it, pretty reasonable. It has bet amounts that fit my budget. And also there is no big advantage to betting higher or lower on this game. So now let's move on to actually playing the game, and I'll go over some important things about that during gameplay. All right guys, so I have sat down, I put my money in, and I have decided I'm going to play. This is big dollar gold, and we're gonna give it a shot. Now, when you first sit down and you start to play a game, again, always remember, you don't want your bet amount to exceed 1% of your total overall budget. So whatever your budget is, whether you're working with $20 or $20,000, still the same. So $500 is what we have today. So let's start it out with max bet pennies. That is still within that 1%. Again, we don't want that bet amount to exceed $5. So we have it on the 1 cent denom. We're gonna do some $5 spins and see what we get. So here we go, big dollar gold. All right. All right, so has a little perceived progression kind of deal where it sends that your little symbol thing up to the top. I can barely talk this morning. All right. All right, we know those are not wilds because we reviewed our game rules. All right, come on. Hopefully we can pop one of those. Also, most important thing whenever you do pick a slot machine is you want to make sure you're having fun with it too. Double pop? Ah, nope. You want to make sure you're having fun with it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of give this one a little bit. Oh, we got it. Hey. All right, we got the middle one. Extra real. All right, sweet deal. We got a bonus. All right, let's see. Press the spin. Let's hit that play button there. See what we're going to get. It's doing something up at the top. All right. $20. Nice. Okay, so that does the little feature up at the top. So we got 21 bucks. So we got the queens and the red set off the extra reel up at the top. Not bad. All right. Kind of like it, kind of fun. Let's continue on a little bit. Maybe we can get a double pop or something. You never know. Oh, that's cool. It's got all 3 symbols. Also, really important thing to remember, guys, this has to do with any game that has perceived progression like this. So the perceived progression is all those dollar symbols around there. That does not indicate if a bonus is getting close to hitting or anything like that. Those are just visuals. So don't get wrapped up in that. Don't chase the big pigs or the bright firecrackers, anything like that. All right. Come on. So what I'm kind of doing is I'm kind of feeling out the game. And also what I'm going to do is, this is something really important. If you guys have watched the channel before, then you know what I'm about to say, and that is let's set our evaluation point. Now, again, because we might have a lot of new people here, an evaluation point is just a point in the game where you pause. You just pause. You look at the money you put in and kind of evaluate, how's your line hits been? How's the game been performing for you? Are you having fun? Stuff like that. And decide from there if you want to keep going or if you want to step back a little bit. So I'm going to set my evaluation point at $400. So $400, we're going to evaluate what we want to do next. You don't necessarily have to stop, but always good to sit back and think. Oh, we got a bonus. We got multiplier. All right, ×2. All right, something big, 3 digits. Oh, that's not good. Come on, something big. All right, 50 bucks times 2, 100 bucks. Nice. Okay. Hey, guess what? It brings us at a profit. So now we are at a profit. Anytime you get a big win like that, or anytime that you get at a profit or above, it's a good time to sit back and think to yourself, do you want to continue or do you want to take your profit? We're pretty fresh into this video and pretty fresh into this game, so I'm going to continue on a little bit. We're going to leave it at the same bet level, not going to change it up. All right, come on. Be cool to get a triple pop. We're still going to leave our evaluation point at 400. Anything? Nope. See how I'm feeling about this game. Oh, come on. Multiplier, we got it. All right. All right, we got a ×2 multiplier up there at the top. Let's get a 3-digit number. That'd be pretty dang cool. All right, here we go. Something big in the first one. All right. All right, one more. Come on. 105 times 2. Nice. All right, $205. We even get the big win animation. That's pretty cool. All right, so now we are at $648. Now what we want to do is we want to change that evaluation point. There's a couple things about slot machines that always trip up a lot of people, especially newer players. The first one, to always remember, there is no such thing as a hot machine. Every single spin is a random independent event. It might feel like it's hot, but that is the biggest trap. Because if you get into this mentality of thinking that the machine is hot, listen, the slot machine has the advantage of time. The longer you sit at a machine and the longer you play it, that machine's gonna take that money back. So it might feel hot, but machines do not get hot. So sitting here and continuing to play would basically take all of our money back, and we don't want that. We're at $148 profit right now. So I'm gonna step back and I'm gonna change that evaluation point from 400 to 600. So 600 bucks, we're gonna leave it on the same bet level, and at $600, we'll reevaluate from there. All right, come on, let's get one of those bonuses. I kind of like this bonus. Double? Ah, no. How about a triple pop? No triple pop. So one thing I want you guys also to realize is we're kind of implementing everything that we've learned about the game as we're playing it. So what I mean by that is we're seeing pretty much the variance in it, how it's acting pretty well. Ah, man. And you can use these tips with any game that you play. It doesn't have to be this one. It can be any machine. Red? Oh, man. All right, 2 more spins, then we're at that evaluation point. Man, all right, last spin. All right, so this is the point when you want to pause and you want to reflect. So right now we're at $100 profit. That's pretty good. What I'd like to do, I'm having fun at this game, and you might find yourself in this position where, you know what, you've made a profit, yes, but you're having fun and you want to kind of stick with it a little bit longer. Yet let's try, we've tried max bet on 1 cent. Let's try our 10-cent denom, but we're not going to change the bet. So we're going to still leave it at $5. So that would be this one over here, 10-cent denom, $5. We're still going to leave it at that, and we're going to set our evaluation point, our stopping point at 500. That's exactly what we started with. So $5 a spin now on 10-cent denom. Let's see how this one goes. I do like the frequency of this game though. All right, come on. Oh, come on. Oh, come on. We got a double pop on 10 cent. Extra reel plus multiplier. Oh, look. 5 times. Guys, this could be big. If we get a number in all of those, this could be big because that is a dollar sign right there. So $1 and 4 digits. Come on, let's get something good. All right, we need something in every window. That's good. Oh no, come on, something, no. All right, 210 bucks. Not bad. I like this bonus. So, if you remember in the video, when we started this video, originally I said, I noticed there's not any big progressives. That tells me that the volatility is going to be fairly low. And when we looked at the pay table, we saw the pay table is relatively simple. There's not a lot to this game, which tells me that this is a good bankroll building game. That's what it told me right off the bat. And already we're seeing it. We started with 500, we are at 780. So what do? We reevaluate. We're not going to change the bet level, not yet, because we're still just feeling out the game, you know? If we knew the game a lot better, maybe we'd increase our bet. But right now, we're just feeling it out. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna leave it on the same bet level, but we're gonna stop it at 700. And that's kind of how you are supposed to approach a slot machine, is set yourself these stopping points, these evaluation points. You're gonna end up being a lot more successful in the end. So let's continue on. $5 a spin still. And we're gonna stop at 700. Oh, come on. Ah, dang. So, and again, guys, you can use these tips on any slot machine. All right. Almost to that evaluation point. Let's get that respin. We haven't gotten the respin feature yet. That must be the good one. 1350 is not bad. A little over double our bet back. Multiply? Nope. All right. All right, a couple more spins. All right, last spin. All right, evaluation point time. So we put in $500 and we are at $703.50. If we were to sit here and continue playing it, most likely we're gonna feed that money back. So what we're gonna do is, you know what? I've had fun at this game, but I think I'm ready to collect. So I'm gonna show you the most important button on a slot machine. It's gonna be that cash out button right there. We're gonna push that cash out button. We're gonna cash out. So we made a profit on this game. But listen, guys, biggest thing to always remember and keep in mind is most people fail at slots because they don't stop, they don't evaluate, they don't take the time to do the things that I've shown you in today's video. So I hope that you found this video helpful. I hope that you're able to use it on any machine. Remember, you can tell the volatility of a machine by keeping in mind your budget, because your budget goes in tandem with that. Keeping in mind your budget and just looking over the game. Does it have big progressives? Does it have a lot of features, big multipliers, anything like that? We looked at this game and it was pretty simple and straightforward. There wasn't a lot to it. Yeah, it had a triple bag style game, triple pop style game, but other than that, really wasn't that intricate. So it tells us that, you know, volatility for our budget is going to be fairly easy game, and it's going to be good for bankroll building. So you can use that on any slot machine. Doesn't matter which one. Any slot machine. You just got to keep in mind your budget and look over the machine. Take a look at the game rules. Take a look at the bet amounts. See if the bet amount is right for your budget. Remember, keep within the 1% rule, especially if you're new to a game or you're trying to bankroll build.
Mistake number 2 is playing the wrong bet amount for your bankroll. Now, this mistake might just be tied for first place because every time you sit down at a machine, you need to make sure that you have the bankroll to be able to experience the full nature of the game that you're playing. This is one of the main reasons why we tell people all the time to avoid penny machines, because it's never just a penny. Penny slot bets are all over the board and can sometimes exceed $10 for a max bet wager. I have seen many times where players have come into the casino with $20 or $50 and they've sat down at a penny machine to play, but then their bankroll is gone within a minute because they had to place a much higher wager than their bankroll really allowed for. Bottom line, when picking a wager amount for your bankroll, you should at least try to get 100 spins out of the game. That's usually the recommendation so that you can experience the full nature of the game. Or what we like to always say here on this channel is your bet amount should not exceed 1% of your total overall bankroll. Now, you might not always be able to get close to this, but at the same time, you do have to do some math and some calculating to find out just what the right amount of wager is for the bankroll that you brought with you to the casino. So if you're having one of those days like, man, my favorite game is Buffalo, I really want to play that, but on that particular visit, you might only have $20 to spend, then probably don't play that game. Maybe go play video poker and try to build up from there before you jump into your usual game. While yes, the casino is all about fun and entertainment, it is still a math and numbers game. You do have to do some kind of calculation if you want to be successful at the casino. Every time you go into the casino, whether you are a novice player or a pro, you need to analyze your bankroll and find out just what wager amount is right for you. The professional gamblers do this all the time, and you should too.
All right, guys, we talk a lot about budgeting strategy, about when to push your luck, and we also talk in almost every single video we do about evaluation points. And today, I am going to show you the proper and correct way to budget for slots. Budgeting is the biggest key success factor anytime that you're playing slots. That's what we're going to talk about today. And in today's episode, we're going to be playing Desert Hawk. We're here at the Shoshone Rose Casino in Lander, Wyoming, our partner casino inside of our Cowboy slot zone. So we're going to have a $500 starting budget. I'm going to show you guys how to work with that budget. And you can use this for any budget that you're working with, whether you're working with $20 or whether you're working with $20,000. All the tips are going to be the same. So let's get started. All right, Desert Hawk. This one does have the highest major. That major is actually pretty high, 96.83. It would be a cool sweetener if we got that. Miner's also still pretty good, but today's episode is all about budget focus. So we got $500 loaded up into the machine. Now, the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to start with our 1% rule. So 1% rule, 1% of 500, that's gonna be $5. So that's gonna be our starting bet. And then as we go along today and as we play the game, I'm gonna go over kind of what is an evaluation point, when should you push your luck, when should you reel it in kind of deal. So $500 starting budget, starting out on $5 a spin. Of course, the Hawks are wild and we need 3 of these or more to trigger the bonus. And again, as we go along here, of course, I'll be giving you different tips on budgeting and so forth. It is a 5-line game on Desert Hawk. So hopefully we can get a bonus or something to come out. Oh, there's one. Need more than one. So when you first start at a slot machine and you sit down and you've got your budget in mind, good thing to do would be to decide how much you want to really devote to that game. Now, it's always a good idea to just put the amount of money in the game that you want to devote to it. So I've planned on devoting $500 into this game, but for the sake of education, let's pretend that I'm not wanting to spend all 500. In that case, what I would do is I would set myself a good stopping point, a good evaluation point, I should say. So, what is an evaluation point? Well, the evaluation point is going to be the point where you stop. Oh, there we go. 60 bucks. 4 kings and then raccoon looking, crazy looking thing. So, evaluation point. That's going to be where you stop and you pause. Okay? Even if you decide that you want to keep going on the game, it is always a good idea to pause and reflect about, do you want to continue or do you not want to continue? So setting good evaluation points as you go along is always a key. So we started with $500. I'm going to set my evaluation point at $300, okay? So at $300, no matter what, we are going to pause and we are going to just kind of take a moment to reflect and see, do we really want to continue or do we want to change our bet? If we get a big hit, hopefully we can get a bonus or at least back over our $500. Then we will reevaluate to see about raising the bet. So let's focus on the game for right now, and let's try to get that bonus to come out. Just needed one more. There's one. Not 2 or 3. Come on, Desert Hawk. All right, 4 queens, 20 bucks. Not bad for a $5 bet. Come on, bonus. One more. Dang it. All right, bet back for some 10s. We'll take that. Keep getting those 2. There we go, got some foxes. Kind of, there we go. Move the camera a little bit. Come on, bonus. Oh, bonus symbol blocker. Come on, one more. Dang. Come on, Desert Hawk. Let's get us a good line hit. 5 of a kind or something. Not a blocker. Would have preferred a fox there. Oh, there we go. All right. Too bad that hawk wasn't up 1, but hey, we'll take the 10 bucks. Ooh, come on. Couldn't have brought that hawk up 1. And this is only a 5-line game as well, so we can't bet any more than the 5 lines on this particular game. Aces? No aces. Come on, bonus. Dang it. Come on, man. Desert Hawk is not wanting to give us a bonus right now. There we go. 3 cougars, 20 bucks, we'll take it. All right, getting closer to that evaluation point. Come on, Desert Hawk. Oh. All right, we'll take 3 of them. Come on, bonus. Jeez. Not 2 or 3. Well, there's 2. All right, so we are at our $300 evaluation point. Now, evaluation point does not necessarily mean it has to be a stopping point. All it is it's just a point where you take a moment, pause, and you think, okay, how much money have I given the machine? Do I want to continue on it? What do I want to do? That's all your evaluation point is. Do you want to change your bet? Right now, since it's our low evaluation point, we don't want to raise our bet, okay? Now, should I pick a different game? Here's the thing. Of all of the must-hit by progressives that are in this room right now, this one has the highest. That major's at 96, that minor is at 374. Would really prefer to stay on this game. So I am going to choose to proceed. So again, it doesn't have to be a stopping point, but as long as you are stopping and thinking about it, We're going to take this to 200. That'll be our next evaluation point, and we'll see how we do. We're going to leave it on the same bet level because, again, we don't want to push it just yet. But that's a big thing. As long as you're taking time to just pause and think about what you want to do next. That's the biggest thing. And we've decided we want to proceed. We want to continue on. Come on, bonus. Ah, man. Desert Hawk's being stingy today. Let's at least get 4 of a kind of something. Preferably a good symbol. There we go. Hey, 4 of a kind. Scorpions. 50 bucks. We'll take it. Almost back to that $300 point. Come on, bonus. So as we're playing and going along, I'm thinking of a couple of things, okay? So I'm watching my budget. It's really important to watch your budget, watch the amount that you have in the machine. More so than what's going on here. Watch this right there. So thinking about what I want to do next kind of thing. My thought is, if I get a bonus, hopefully we can get a bonus. If we do get a bonus, I will use that to push the luck a little bit and raise the bet. So kind of forward thinking, pre-planning about what you want to do next is a really important thing. Do it. Come on, bonus. That was going to be it. All right, Desert Hawk, let's kick it into high gear here. Oh, we passed our $200 point. So, 190 bucks. Still want to proceed on this game. Again, I already decided before I even sat down at the game that I'm going to devote $500 to the game. So, I'm still taking time though to think about it. Now at this point, now that we're down to 190, I'm thinking to myself, maybe we don't want to push our luck on a bonus if it's taking us less than that $500 starting point. So even if we were to get a bonus before we get down to 0, what I'd like to do is still leave it on the $5 bet unless it is over $500. So that's going to be critical. So here we go. We're going to continue on. Hopefully, fingers crossed, we can get a bonus. Come on, Desert Hawk. Oh, all right. 25 bucks. We'll take it. Better than 0. Come on, bonus. No bonus. Two cougars. Those progressives are still up there. They're moving pretty darn slow though. As for evaluation point, again, as I mentioned, I've decided I'm going to devote all 500 into this game. There we go, 5 of a kind, finally. And we get a little coin shower. All right. So, now what do you do? So we just got a really good line hit, 200 bucks. Now what do you do? This is another time to pause and think about your budget. So we've got $300. So we're now only $200 down. Not quite enough to push the bet and raise the bet, okay? So I don't want to raise the bet until we get back up to that $500 point or higher. So I'm going to leave it on $5 denom. This is something that's really important for a lot of people to do that don't do it normally when they play slots, and that is anytime you get a big win or anytime you get to your evaluation point, stop and think. Pause, look at your money, see where you're at. One more. So we're going to continue on. And these are all things that it's really important if you are trying to be successful at slots to start conditioning yourself of. A little line hit. Hey, you know what? We'll take the little line hits. They give us our bet back. Oh, all the way? 5 of a kind again. That is $400 right there. 650 bucks. All right, so what do we talk about? Evaluate, stop and think. We're at $650. We are now at a $150 profit. We were down to 190 bucks, a little less than that. Now that we are over that $500 point, I am comfortable to raise my bet. We're gonna only raise it by just a pinch though. So this game goes all the way up to $25 a spin. We're not quite at that point yet. So I'm gonna raise it to $10 a spin, which is the next bet level up. So $10 a spin, here we go. My evaluation point is gonna be $500, that $500 starting point. Hopefully we can get a bonus or another 5 of a kind, something good. Need 3 of those. Gotten some pretty good line hits, but we haven't gotten that bonus yet. So what does all of this do when you put all of this together? Well, it does a couple of things. Number one, it conditions you to really start watching your budget and watching your money. The second thing it does is it extends your time on device, your time at the slot, your time at the casino. And the third thing that it does is conditions you to start pushing your luck at the right time and really stopping to think, because that's one thing that most people don't do. One more. Dang it. 2 more spins, we're down to our 500. Let's go. All right, so we're at our evaluation point. Now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna look at my progressives. We've added a little bit, but they're moving kind of slow. I'm gonna look at my money. Hey, you know what? So far we are even, which is great. But I do want to continue to play. And sometimes you might find yourself in that situation. Maybe you don't want to stop. Maybe you do want to continue to play. I personally, I would like to continue to play this game, but I'm not gonna keep pushing my luck on $10. What am I gonna do? I'm gonna drop the bet down back to a $5 spin. $5 spin, hopefully we can get a bonus, because that would be ideal. If we could get a bonus, then we could maybe push our bet a little higher than 10. So we need 3 of those to come on out. There's 1, there ain't 2 or 3. But again, you can use this on any game that you play, any budget that you have, as long as you're, one more, as long as you're setting those evaluation points, you can really extend your time on device. Even, I mean, we can look at it, we got lucky with 2 really good line hits, but we went quite some time of just getting absolutely nothing. And we were still able to really extend our time. Where's our bonus? Dang it, bonus, come on. Evaluation point is gonna be our original 300 that was our first evaluation point, was 300. So that's gonna be our next one. Hopefully we can get a bonus and it's not Dead Spin City. All right, 4 queens and 3 tens, 25 bucks. All right, let's go, Desert Hawk. Do it. 1 more, no. Loves those 2. Just saw it go by. Oh man, that one up and that one down. Would have been another really good 5 of a kind hit. There we go. 4 of a kind scorpions, 50 bucks. Also want you guys to understand something. Obviously, they're slot machines. You are not going to win every single time that you play a slot machine. This is not any kind of a super secret winning method. What this is doing is it's conditioning you to extend your time on device and watch your money. Everybody's situation is going to be different. You might be out there and you might have hit that first big line hit and you might have said, you know what, I'm good with 300 bucks. I'm going to stop it at that point. And if that's your personal situation, you should definitely do that. But we could still very easily go through and burn all of this 500 and not get anything, not get the bonus. That would have been a nice time to get the bonus. So it's still very possible. But again, you want to condition yourself to really start watching your money better. And you can tell we're getting a lot of good play out of this device. All right, 300 bucks, evaluation point. I'm going to continue, of course, but at least I'm taking that moment to stop, look at my money, and make that decision. We're not going to change the bet. We're going to leave it on 5. Hopefully we can get a bonus. There we go, 15 bucks. 3 scorpions. Man, we have gone a long time with no bonus on Desert Hawk. Aside from those good line hits, Desert Hawk has not been very good to us today, but because we're using that pause and evaluate, and because we're stopping to think, we're extending our time on device. A lot of people just come in and they start heavy hitting and hitting hard, and many times that can lead to a really, really quick loss. All right, 2 more. There we go. All right, 15 bucks for that. 1 more, geez, bonus. All right, so now we are at $200. You might find yourself in a situation where you've been playing a while, and we have been playing a while, and you're thinking to yourself, you know, I got 200 bucks left. I really don't want to just cash out 200 and take a $300 loss. And I did plan on devoting all 500 to this machine. So maybe I want to use my last bit to high roll a little bit or do a little bit higher of a bet just to see how it goes and see if we get lucky. Now, $200, not a lot to work with. $25 a spin, that'd be gone in an instant. So we're gonna just take it up to the next bet level and we're gonna decide, you know what? We're gonna play this down to 0. Just see if we can get lucky, see if we can get that last minute Hail Mary and nail a bonus. But overall, we've been playing this game for about 20 minutes and had some pretty good time on device, just simply based on that budgeting factor and watching the money. So now, we did plan on devoting all 500 to it. We're gonna have a little fun. We're gonna raise our bet to $10. Fingers crossed we get a bonus. Now, here's the kicker to that. I'm gonna say to myself, if I happen to get up to that $500 point, we're done. We're cashing out. So if we get a really good line hit, if we get a bonus, anything like that, we're cashing out. We're doing this last 200, a last minute Hail Mary. Hopefully we can get something. So $10 a spin. We're gonna go through all the 200, and if we get lucky, we're gonna cash that ticket out. At least you get our bet back for 2 cougars. Now would be a great time to get a bonus, or a good 5 of a kind. All right, come on, Desert Hawk. Oh, man. These cougars are worth a lot of money. 40 bucks just for 3 of them. That's pretty dang good. Too bad we didn't get 5. Bonus time. Bonus time. $10 bet. All right, what did I say though? What did I say though? We get a bonus. If we get up to that 500, we're cashing, we're walking. So let's start this bonus. Hopefully, fingers crossed, something good. We get 8 free games, and the Hawks are held. That's a good start. We want more Hawks. That's a good start. We need one more Hawk right here. One more Hawk. Dang it, come on. Give us a Hawk. All right, we get some 10s. We need that Hawk, come on. Dang, come on, fill in these spots. Desert Hawk. Oh no, man. One more spin. Oh, of course, now it fills in some Hawks. All right, so we got a $150 bonus. Doesn't necessarily bring us to that $500 point. So what am I gonna do? I'm gonna evaluate again. I got 250 bucks. So I'm gonna leave it on 10. I'm gonna take it to 200, and we're gonna call it a $300 loss, but we got some good time on device. So hopefully, fingers crossed, we can get something within the next 5 spins. We'll try it down to 200. Worst case scenario, we'll walk with that. So here we go, 5 spins. Oh man, would have been nice to get a backup bonus. All right, 2 more to go. All right, we get our bet back for that. And last spin. Come on, Desert Hawk. Oh, nothing. But you know what? We are going to hit that collect button. We are going to cash out. So we started with 500. We ended with 200. But the biggest key takeaway from this is we extended our time on the device. We played for quite a bit. We earned some good, I can't even talk. We earned some good player points on our player rewards card. We're still walking away with something. And that's kind of the key factor here is walk away with at least something. Anyway, guys, this was Desert Hawk. This was how to properly budget a slot machine session.
Big mistake number 3 is believing myths. As humans, it is our nature to try to find fault or to place blame every time something bad happens. In the casino industry, people will naturally blame the casino, and they will try to find reasons as to why they lost, placing blame on everything else but themselves. Players will say things like, this casino is tight, or it's because of the weekend, or it's because they changed something, or it's my card. It becomes a classic case of everyone is at fault but me. The truth is that as an educated gambler that understands how these machines actually operate and what factors you do have control over, you can actually better your time in the casino. You can leave with more money and you can win on a more consistent basis. Now, you're not going to win every single time because it is still gambling. But if you take the time to implement these tips and these tricks, you're going to do better in the long run. The casino industry is full of myths and superstitions, which is why our channel exists. Take a moment to look through our video library and go through some of our myth-busting episodes and expert interviews to find out if you're falling prey to some of these common misconceptions. Going to the casino because you think that that time of day is better, or by not using your player's card, stuff like that is going to be dangerous. And not only dangerous, but it's also going to cloud your judgment. People that oftentimes believe these myths and superstitions in the casino tend to spend a lot more money trying to chase something because they feel that it's the right time or that something is due. So only follow the advice of verified actual industry experts that build and work on these machines, not someone that is pushing myths or that believes that they know but have no actual experience.
There is a clear and present danger to believing in slot myths, and it could be the leading reason why you are losing more than you should. Maybe you're one of those people that feels like a particular time of day is better to play slots, or that your player's card affects the gameplay of the machine. The list really goes on. In today's video, we're covering why believing in those myths could be causing you to walk in and spend more than you should and leave with a lot less. Welcome back, everybody, to the Cowboy Slot channel, where we bring you experienced advice from years of working in the casinos, tips, reviews, and so much more. Please be sure to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and hit that bell to stay notified for when we come out with future episodes. Now, this video is really important. It's one of the main reasons why our channel exists, and that is to break through all of these myths and to provide you guys with tips and advice that's technical based that can actually help you when you're in the casino. So I highly encourage you to watch this entire video and then also share it, as it does contain a lot of valuable information. Now, we are going to cover this video in 3 parts. The first part being, where did all of these myths exactly come from and why do people believe so strongly in in them. The second part being some examples of certain myths that are out there and how believing in those myths are actually harming your gameplay. And the third being what you can do to be better and how facts will actually help to better your slot play. Before we dive into those three parts, I'm going to start by giving you some background on myself, Mark, and this channel. Now, Mark and myself are not just slot technicians, but combined together, we have a total of 20 years of experience working actually in the industry and working with slot machines. We both have not only real-world experience in the front of the house, but also the back of the house, all of those secret rooms that people like to talk about on the internet. We speak with and interview industry professionals on a regular basis, stay current on industry technologies, and we are actually trained professionals in this field. Long story short, this is our job, this is our career. We're not here to just provide you guys with guesses or what we think, but rather factual information on just exactly how the industry works and slot machines work. Our YouTube channel is all about providing facts and not guesses. So let's start it off with part number one. Where did all of these myths come from and why do people believe so strongly in them? Well, for this one, we can actually do a rollback in history and look at the industry all the way up until today with social media and corporate transparency. These myths have been stemmed from the fact that the casino industry for almost its entire being has been so secretive and sealed off from the public. Anyone that's outside of the casino's operation really would not know all of the details and aspects that go into it. This, of course, left people to make up their own determinations about what goes on and how these things work. Also, the casino industry really did not get started on the right foot. It was pretty much a lawless free-for-all for the longest period of time, leading to a lot of distrust and giving it a bad reputation. Fast forward to today, it's the most highly regulated industry, regulated more so than alcohol and tobacco. Just like with any industry, and I want you to pause for a moment and think about the industry that you're in or were in. If you look back in the course of history at, say, the 1920s for that industry, any industry at all, compared to today, you can see a major difference in how the industries are handled. Today, with social media and the internet, corporations and industries are looking for that corporate transparency. And while the casinos have been very slow to adopt this, they are getting a lot better at it with time. Casinos, more so today than ever, are trying to promote responsible gambling and more transparency with the public. So that is where all of the myths came from. It was the lack of transparency, the lack of knowledge. It's not really the fault of the players for believing in these myths. Since this did go on for decades, there are generations of people that have been told these myths their entire lives. And we all know it is very difficult for people to change. It's very hard for people to try to understand something or change their mindset after being told their entire life something that was false. So why do people believe them? It's human nature and it's human psychology. As humans, we try to make connections and find outside reasons for situations that we face. Typically, it's not human nature to look inward when there's a problem, but rather to find blame or fault with something else. Since gambling is very psychological, it is an easy trap to fall into. Any psychologist would tell you that. I lost money today, but I won on Monday morning. Therefore, it was the casino. The casino changed something and did something. No, it didn't. That's not how the operations work. That's not how slot machines work. You just got unlucky that day. So moving on to part number two, how dangerous are these myths? Why is there a danger in believing in these myths? Well, I'll give you kind of a series of examples of some common myths that go around and just exactly how they're dangerous. Maybe it'll give you kind of a new perspective to think on them. Let's start with that age-old myth of thinking that time of day or day of the week matters when playing slot machines. Say that you believe in this myth and you feel that you have to go in on a Monday morning because you feel that you're going to have a much better chance or that your chances are going to be any different. Believing in this myth is probably the most dangerous myth to believe in because it is encouraging players to play more because they feel that their chances are increased. By doing this, you're going to find yourself spending a lot more money or chasing your losses because you have it stuck in your head that your chances are better, so you think that you're going to win. People that believe in this can lose track of their budget and lose focus and end up spending a lot more money based on a feeling and not based on actual logic. You're entering the dangerous sport of gambling with clouded judgment. Now let's tackle another myth of believing that your player's card affects the outcome of your game. Let's say you believe in this myth and you choose not to use your card. Well, you're losing out on a lot of benefits and perks that you are paying for at the casino. This is essentially like walking into a store, purchasing an item, and then walking out without that item. You've already paid for it, now you're just throwing it away. But you're also disregarding proper record keeping, especially at the end of the year with your win-loss statement. You're playing a game with your money and then not keeping track of it. This can in the end lead to financial harm on things like your taxes at the end of the year or any budgeting that you might be doing. All because you thought your card was going to influence your spin, which it doesn't and it can't. And that's the fact. So what about fast stopping the reels? How is that a negative myth? Well, fast stopping the reels is purely just an entertainment feature and it does not affect the outcome of the game in any way, shape, or form. So how's it dangerous? The danger in believing and doing this is a player is going to burn through money a lot faster, and also it's not going to give them time to actually think and process about what they're doing and where they're at with their bankroll. And I know many people out there say, well, it changes up the timing, but stop and think for a moment just how fast a microprocessor runs. Even if you were slapping as fast as you could possibly slap, in between lifting your hand and pushing the button, the microprocessor has made millions of calculations. You might think you're moving fast, but trust me, the computer is moving a lot faster. If you are really adamant about changing up your timing with the spin, guess what else changes up your timing? Slowing down or taking a break. That also changes up your timing. So if you really feel that your timing needs changed, do the opposite. Slow down. You don't need to speed up. Both of them are going to do the same thing. Myths and superstitions like this can have real life impacts on your judgment calls and your thinking. When you enter any game, especially a game where you're playing with your money, you want to enter it with a clear head and the ability to make rational decisions. Making decisions based on facts and not superstitions. So part 3, what can you do as a player? Change is hard, especially after decades of being told something false. For most, it is very difficult to accept. And the sad part is for many people, despite all of the proof and evidence provided, they will unfortunately still believe the myths. And unfortunate to them, they are going to lose more money in the long run, as opposed to somebody who chooses to learn and believe the facts over all of the superstitions and myths that have built up over the years. You may hear people say things like, I feel or I know, but the truth is that the facts of the operation do not change. The first step to being a better slot player, being a better gambler, is to understand the technical based facts of the game that you are playing and not believe in all of the myths and superstitions. Have an open mind and be able to learn and retain the facts and the truths behind the games. Always remember, and this is the most important part, gambling is extremely psychological and has a very strong pull on the emotions, even on the strongest of people. So you have to be able to admit that and realize it first before you can really start to become a better gambler. If you are looking to find help or become a better gambler, you need to make sure that you're getting your facts and your information from people that are actually in the industry that have real world experience actually doing the job itself. Because the people with that inside knowledge are going to know about all of the operational and mechanical aspects that happen behind the scenes that the public does not get to see. A smarter gambler is a better gambler.
Mistake number 4, not leaving. Mark mentioned this in last week's video, and it's very true. Many people actually win a lot more than they think. This one we are all guilty of, myself included, and it is one of the hardest things to overcome. If your goal is to make money in the casino, you need to treat it more like a job and be disciplined to walk out after a big win or a good session. I myself am also guilty of this mistake, so I completely understand. There have been many times that I have driven 3 hours to the casino and hit a jackpot right away, and I think to myself, man, I just drove 3 hours. I don't want to leave just yet. This is probably the hardest thing to condition yourself of, but it is critical. The longer you stay in the casino, the more likely you are to spend it. And these games are designed to keep you playing. So don't fall victim to that trap. If you've flown out somewhere, or maybe you're taking a long trip, then take some additional measures to make sure that you leave with your winnings. Use something like a locking cash box. Have a friend hold on to your money, or pull up the maps on your phone and look to see if there is a local bank around that you can go make a deposit. Do something that gets that money out of your possession. If you've drove into the casino and you've just won, then just leave the casino no matter how long the drive is or short the visit was. There is nothing worse than winning a jackpot and coming home empty-handed with a slip of paper that reminds you of all the money that you had. So start conditioning yourself by whatever means works for you.
Today, it is a beautiful day here in Wyoming, a beautiful day for a little road trip to head over to our local casino, the Shoshone Rose in Lander. Today's budget, we're going to be bringing with us $500. Just $500. We're not going to spend any more than that. That is our limit for today. So we're setting our limit right here before we even leave the house. we're going to see what we can do. I've got my cash box here with me. We're going to see how much money we can get into this cash box to bring back here to the house. I've got the box locked. The keys are here at the house. So let's hit the road and let's go over to the Shoshone Rose and see how we do. All right, guys. So before we start our $500 challenge today, I had $100 in free play on my Rose players card, and gonna see if I can turn that $100 free play into actual money and maybe prime our box a little bit before we get started on that $500 challenge. So I sat down here at the Enforcer because that major's pretty high, 95.28, and the minor's at 412. Wouldn't that be something to turn $100 in free play into one of those progressives? So we're gonna do some $5 bets here on our $100 free play. Let me get this camera adjusted for you guys. Perfect. All right. So $100 in free play loaded into the machine. We're going to do $5 bets. Hopefully we can get something good. Hey, $5 right off the bat. So our goal with this is going to try to be to turn that free play into at least $100 cash so we can prime that box. Maybe we'll get even luckier and we'll hit one of those progressives. And of course, the Cowboys there are wild on this game, and you need 3 of these to trigger the bonus, which that would be something if we got that. So it's all free play, so we haven't tapped into our $500 yet. Might be a quick little video. I just figured, hey, you know what? We'll give it a shot. That's pretty good. Too bad that wasn't down one more, but we'll take the $10. Let's see, we've got $50 in free play remaining, so we'll at least burn through that, see what we end up with. There we go. That's a $100 line hit right there. Guess what we just did? We turned our free play into actual money. So we've got $160 in the machine here, but 35 of it is still free play. So we need to go through at least $35 to burn up that free play, and then we can walk out with the cash for the from that. We were just one short of the bonus. Maybe we'll get some more good hits. You never know. There we go. $10, we'll take that. So we got $20 in free play remaining. Oh, one short of the bonus. 10s all the way across the screen, another $100. All right. Well, hey, we're going to be priming our box with a lot more than just $100 here. So we have $10 left in free play. So 2 more spins, and then we are going to cash it out. So can we do anything on our last and final spin? Last and final spin, nothing. But you know what? Hey, $100 in free play turned into $235. So let's go cash this ticket. We're going to put $235 into our box, and we will start with our $500 challenge. So already starting ahead. All right, we'll be right back. All right, guys, so we just cashed that $235 ticket. So I've got 100 here, 2, 4, 6, 8, 200, and we got the 35 right there. All of that is going into the locked box. So already we got 235 in there just off of free play. Now we can get started with that $500 challenge. All right, guys, so now it is time to get started with our $500 challenge here. Brought $500 budget in, already off to a great start with some money already in the box, $235 from free play. So we're gonna try our luck at pinball. This is one of my favorite games, so of course we have to start on it. We're going to start it off on the dollar denomination, so only put $100 in here from that $500 bankroll. Always set yourself a limit and a cash out point. So for this, we're going to try to at least double it. If we double it, we will take $100 from that double, put it in the box, and we'll play it through all the way. So we're not going to have a lower stopping point for this one, just because it is only $100. It's $3 a spin. So let's get started with $100 into pinball. Of course, looking for that pinball to fall right there. Come on, pinball. Let's get something good. Second spin. All right. Well, this could be a quick video, guys. All right. It's dollar denomination. So let's try to get the 100 for $100. 25, not bad, 25 bucks. Still got a couple shots left to go. Oh, 40, nice. All right, we're up to 65, we're almost double. Oh, I thought that was gonna go in 100 for a minute. All right, still 2 shots left. Oh,
Ooh. Always teasing, bouncing off that 100. All right, here we go. Let's make it good. All right, hey, guess what? We have doubled our money already. So we're at 204. We got enough to do one spin. And now we are going to cash out. We already done 2 spins and we doubled our money here at the Shoshone Rose on pinball. So now what are we gonna do? We're gonna take this, we're gonna cash it. We are going to put, let's see, it's 201. So we're gonna put $101 into our box. So already off to a fantastic start. Let's try another game and keep on going. All right, guys, so we just cashed out that $201 ticket from pinball after putting $100 in. So we got that cashed out here. What we're gonna do, we're gonna take that $100 that we started with, we're going to put that aside, and then all the other earnings that we made, that $101, we are putting into the box to make sure that we go home with it. So another cash out ticket loaded up into the box. Let's keep on going. All right, guys, so I'm walking through and I found a different game that I have not played before, but I know a lot of people have played it, so we're gonna give it a shot today. It's Moon Maidens, and it's here at the Shoshone Rose. Again, $100 into the machine here. A lot of different bets on this one. We're gonna test the waters a little bit. We're gonna start off with a smaller bet at first, so $2.50. And we're gonna see, again, if we can't double our money. And stopping point on this one, we'll say, we'll feel it out. We'll get to about 50 bucks and then we'll feel it out from there. Of course, it's got some background music. It's got those stacked cymbals. It's a 25-cent denomination machine. Kind of like the background music on this, kind of fun. Do a little dance. So far it's not giving us anything though, so all right, come on, Moon Maidens. Oh, that looked so promising. Let's take our bet up a little bit. Let's do a $5 bet. Oh, we finally got something, $1.50.
Double up.
Oh, we got double up. There we go. Finally got a hit. It's a cool little mystery feature there, 22 bucks. I'd like to get the bonus and see the bonus on this one. All right, well, we're down to $48 now. Should we keep on going? Let's go back to $2.50 spin just for that one, make it even. Now we'll go back up to 5. We'll play our 100 through on this one just to see how we do. There we go. All right. Good deal. 16 bucks. Thought it was going to be more. I want to get that bonus, but it looks like we're not going to get the bonus on this one. There we go. Got some wilds. 10 bucks. We'll take that. Oh, come on. Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Did we get it? I think we got it. Hey, we were down to $12 on that one, so we got the bonus. Let's see how we do here. So select your free games. All right. Which one should we pick? Let's see. We've got Mystery. We've got the Moon Maidens for 6 free games, so a higher volatile option or a lower volatile option. We are down to 12 bucks, so
Let's go for the 10. Just give that one a shot. See if we can get at least back up to our 100 on that one. So you get 10 free games with this. Come on, make it good. All right, little something. Still got 5 more games to go. All right, let's keep it going. All right, make it good, make it good. All right. Looks like we're gonna at least try to get close to our $100 that we put in here. Up to 61. Last couple spins. All right, 2 more games. Make it good, make it good. Oh, come on. Last game. All right, well, hey, you know what? $65.50. Didn't quite get up to our 100. But, okay, not bad. Hey, we were down to $12 and we got back up to $77.50. Let's do a $2.50 spin to get that even there. And we'll do some $5 bets and we'll stop it at 50 bucks. This is a higher volatile game, so, you know, not going to plan on getting that bonus too frequently. All right, let's go ahead and let's cash out here here on Moon Maiden. So put $100 in. We got that bonus on when we were down to $12. Oh, it even still plays the background music there. So 53 bucks is what we're leaving with on this machine. So we're not going to put any in the box from this one, but we are going to go on and we're going to try something else. All right, guys, it is time to play pinball here at the Shoshone Rose Casino, my favorite game. So of course we're going to play pinball because it's my favorite. We're going to start it out on $5 denomination. We have $300 in the machine. It's going to be $15 a spin. And of course, as you've watched before, we need that pinball logo to fall right there on the 3rd reel. Hopefully get us a really good bonus. Let me zoom this out just a little bit so you can see a little more of the screen, get the camera situated. All right. All right, 15 bucks a spin. Let's get started. Hope for pinball right here. Or 3 double diamonds. We'll take that too. Cherries are good. Cherry gives us 20 bucks. Come on. Oh man, if that were another double, that'd be fantastic. Oh, or a pinball. We'll take a pinball. All right, I'll take the cherry. All right, pinball, come on, don't let us down. Don't let us down, but I need you to come down just a little bit on that line. Oh, come on, pinball. All right, we need a pinball really bad. Pinball's letting us down today. What's up with that? All right, there's a cherry. All right, we'll take that. 50 bucks. Oh, come on, pinball. Right there on the line for us, please. Or that. We will take that. That's $800. So we put $300 into the machine and we're up now to $865. How about that?
So, what do I want to do? So this is always a good point to stop and evaluate what you want to do. So let's go ahead, let's spin this off. So now we're at an even 850. Let's see, $300 in. Should I go up a denomination a little bit, maybe? We'll do a couple spins at $10 denom. So that's $30 a spin. We'll take it to 600. So that way we at least double what we put in here. So we're gonna stop at 600. That's gonna be our stopping point. Now, if we get pinball on $10 denomination, it could be a jackpot. Very easily could be a jackpot. So hopefully we get pinballs. So $30 a spin now. Here we go. Need a pinball really bad on that line. And we're stopping at 600, so then we are leaving with at least double. But now, after a hit like that, that's a good time to push your luck a little bit. If we were to get that same hit on $10 denom, it would be a jackpot. All right, come on, pinball. We're at 700. Really need that pinball to fall. We're stopping at 600 no matter what, so we at least walk away double. Come on. Jackpot. Same combo. $1,600 jackpot, guys. $300 in the machine. Ups the denomination at the right time, and we got paid out a $1,600 jackpot. We're going to get this paid out, and we'll be right back. All right, guys, so we just got paid out that $1,600 jackpot. What a surprise. Still $670 here into the machine. So we're going to keep it on $30 a spin. We're going to spin this off and hopefully get something. Hey, you know what? We're starting off with the cherry. So our stopping point was 600. We got that $1,600 jackpot. So let's go ahead and we'll take it down to our original 300. So we put $300 into this machine to start with, and that's what we're going to end it at. So once we get down to 300, we're going to cash out. But until then, we're going to leave it on $10 bet, $30 a spin. Maybe we'll land the pinball. We still haven't landed the pinball yet. That could be a jackpot. And if we do land that pinball, if we do happen to do really good before we get to our 300, maybe, just maybe, I'll take it up to $20 denomination, which would be $60 bets, which those are pretty big. All right. Would be awesome to do it again, that double, triple bar combo. Cherries are good. It's keeping us alive. All right, come on, pinball. Let's get that pinball. Oh, double cherry. Hey, we will take that. 200 bucks. Brings us right back up to our 600. Ooh, let's get double 7. I've never gotten double 7. How about today would be the day we get double 7? All right, so we're at $600. We're taking it down to 300, which is exactly what we started with. So hopefully we get a pinball before we get to that $300 point. Just need to hear that ding and that pinball right there on the line. Cherries keep us alive though, so we'll take those. All right, come on, pinball. Before we get to 300, please, let's see the pinball. All right. Just need pinball. Where are you, pinball? Come on out. Double. Ah. All right, so this is going to be one more spin until we get to our 300. All right, so we put $300 into this machine, $300 in. We hit a $1,600 jackpot, which we still have, and we are putting that in our box, and we're still walking away with a profit. So we put $300 in. We're cashing out with $320 plus a $1,600 jackpot. What an incredible run on pinball here at the Shoshone Rose Casino. Thanks for watching.
All right, guys, we are back from the Shoshone Rose Casino, and we've got the box. And to be honest,
I kind of lost count of how much is in here, so we're going to find out together. Anyway, it was a $500 day, so we only brought $500 to the casino. We did have $100 in free play that we started with, and we were able to make about $230 some off of that, which we put directly into the box. After that, we did some pinball, we did some Moon Maiden, and we stuck to the 500. So I think we put $100 into pinball the first time. We did double that. We put $100 in Moon Maiden. Didn't really have good luck with that game. Then we went back to pinball and put the 300, which would be the last of our $500 balance, into pinball. So without further ado, let's see how much we got. And I know a lot of you out there have been asking, where can you get a box exactly like this one? And the truth is, I know Amazon has some smaller lock boxes, which we're going to put a link to that in the description down below. If you are interested in carrying a lock box with you, we highly recommend it. You're going to see why here soon. If you are looking for a larger box like this one actually goes to my blackjack table. Couldn't find any of these on Amazon, to be perfectly honest. If you're looking for a bigger box like this, best luck is to try either eBay or a table game store. So I got my keys right here. Let's go ahead and open this up and we'll see what we got here. Dump all this good stuff out. All right, looks like a lot. Let's see what we got. So first things first, I always like to separate everything, so just by denom. So we'll just start making stacks here by the denomination of the bill, and then we will start counting it all out and seeing what we came home with. So again, we only took $500 with us to the casino today, so hopefully it's a good day, which so far it's looking like it was a really good day at the Shoshone Rose. Got some fives here. My stacks are all a mess. Presidents aren't facing the right way, but all right, let's count it out. Let's get started with the hundreds. So we're just going to move all these to the side. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, $1,800 in hundreds. So that's most of that's going to be our $1,600 jackpot that we hit on pinball. So there's 1,800 right there in hundreds. And then for 20s, we got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 2, 4, 6, 8, 2, 2, 4, 6, $260 there in 20s. We only got one $10 bill. And for fives, we have 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, and $65 in fives. And then we have a $1 bill, which I think was from that $101 that we put in from pinball the first time. So it's over $2,000, definitely. So I'm going to put the final total up on the screen because honestly, I can't really keep track of it all. I'm going to put the final total up on the screen. Now, you guys, you actually do make more money at the casino than you think you realize, but most people don't come home with it, which is where the box comes into play. I can honestly say, as a gambler myself, I probably would have put all of this back into the machine if it wasn't for this handy dandy box. So again, we're putting a link in the video description down below if you want a smaller box. If you are looking for a bigger box like this, it's going to be a lot harder to find. Again, you can check eBay, you can check some table game stores, anything like that. But all in all, pretty successful day at the Shoshone Rose Casino for just going in with $500 and able to come home with all of this.
Big mistake number 5, becoming frustrated. Maybe you've had a stressful day or a lot on your mind, or maybe you're just frustrated at that casino visit. We see this a lot where people become frustrated and they start gambling more or chasing losses. Our tips that we give here on this channel are designed to help narrow the gap between you and the casino. But it is still gambling at the end of the day. And just like the best sports teams out there, they don't win all the time, and you won't win all the time either. At the end of the day, it is still a slot machine producing a random result, and you should be able to implement all of these tips while still being able to have an enjoyable time at the casino. If the fun has stopped, it's time to go. Gambling is one big mind trick, and if there is anything in your mind that is clouding your judgment, it's going to result in a bad day at the casino. Never try to use the casino as an attempt to escape something going on in your life or as an attempt to pay bills. This can become a dangerous slope very fast. I have seen several people in the casino crying or trying to sleep off a bad day in the parking lot. I've also spoken to a lot of players that have said things to me like, if I don't win today, I'm not going to be able to pay rent,
or feed my kids. The casino takes problem gambling very seriously, and we do here too on this channel. If you ever find yourself in that position, you need to seek professional help. In every video description of every video that we publish and on our website, we provide links for problem gambling resources. Always remember that in the world of gambling, nothing is ever guaranteed. So please do not try to chase your losses, and if you ever find yourself so upset or frustrated, you need to stop and leave the casino immediately. All of the tips and advice that we give here on this channel are technical and factual based. They're backed by experts and used by professional gamblers. We hope that our videos are able to help you on your gambling journey. Be sure to check out our video library, our website, and subscribe for more. As always, stay safe and good luck.
Thanks so much for watching. Check out these other videos and be sure to subscribe to the channel for more slot tips. It's always free. Visit ropethejackpot.com for free guides and a whole lot more. Catch you on the next episode.